I never have boring time. Sometimes when you're waiting in the line, I just have a song in my head. Just cannot help myself. I'm Bin Ma, or in Chinese way, Ma Bin. I'm originally from Tianjin, China. Tianjin is a very traditional northern part city in China, and it's a neighbor city of Beijing, which has a lot of traditional performing arts is going on, like Beijing Opera, like Chinese crosstalk, and hundreds of them.
My name is Xiaowen Xu. My hometown is Anhui province in China. It's kind of in the middle area of the nation. I came in the States late 2010 to start my master program here.
There is a very famous book, a famous novel, just like the Lord of the Rings in here. It's called The Romance of Three Kingdoms, 三国演义. So I read that book since I was 6 or 7, and every year I read it a lot, and I'm very familiar with all the stories of that. So that's how I start to be attracted to that.
My grandparents on my mother's side, they are like Chinese opera actors, yes, and also script writers, not specifically Beijing opera, but just Chinese opera. So I got familiar with this kind of art form from really early age.
My name is Gao Hanxing, and my friends call me Iris. I'm 26 years old. I'm a graduate student currently in Weill Cornell Medical School, studying immunology. I was born in the north of China, and then my family moved to south, a city called Changzhou. It's near Shanghai. Before coming to New York, I learned online from a talk, like an audio talk, that we know, there's a cool group in New York doing all kinds of Beijing opera teaching and performances. That's how I got to know it. I did have some prior performance experience, but not really singing on the stage. So I come to the performances, I got interested, and so I started learning.
My name is Xu Leping. I'm from Tianjin in China. A lot of people from Tianjin likes traditional Chinese culture and traditional Chinese opera. A lot of us not only are from Tianjin, but also from Nankai High School and Nankai University, both of which have very good art cultural clubs and educational system. I got involved with NICOS because I know Ma Bin, and we have been doing stuff related to Chinese opera back in high school. Then after I went to New York for graduate school, I got contacted with him again, and then got with NICOS.
I'm Daniel Yu. I was born in Shanghai and then grew up in Hong Kong, and I came over to United States in 1969. The NICOS was established in 2006 in the summertime. NICOS was formed by 3 people, Mr. Qi Chu, Mr. Johnson Chow, and myself. The turn of 11 and 2012, a group of young people coming from China happened, to be involved with NICOS in different stages, and we realized that they are really, interested in the art of picking opera, and then their talent. They have the talent, and we have the organization, so we need to basically help them and help ourselves, through that, to have young people involved. And that's why we start that, YouTube. We try to create a lot of on-stage experience for them, so that they learn and they can perform on stage to the public. And each time we add more, let's say members. And each time they learn more, and they are able to perform on the stage with the professionals.
2011, I got to know a lot of people here, like Bin and also Kezi, Li Zexin. But back then, we didn't have this youth troupe yet in New York Chinese Opera Society. It's kind of like we were the first batch of members who helped organize this part of the Chinese Opera Society. Throughout these years, we are getting really, really stronger because back then, the first time we set up this thing, we only had like 4 or 5 people of the similar age as us and who are also international students here. But along these years, we are getting bigger and bigger. We know people, we know peers who are doing totally different works, or they are from different majors, right? But the common thing about us is that we all love Peking opera, so we can do things together. I just feel this is a very special organization for me. It's different from my college mates, or anything I can find in my own studying life. I feel it's special, especially for us international students. This is our second home abroad.
My role is a smaller role, a supporting role, basically sitting at the back, being part of the background, and there's no lines and no singing, but it's a very important part to make the atmosphere of the entire stage feels more like a real court. From that performance, I think I learned something important is don't underestimate any role on the stage. So there are always little pieces of challenges waiting for you somewhere. So I need to be fully prepared, and also it's very important for me to negotiate or communicate with other people to find what's comfortable and what would bring the best performance on stage.
Yeah, when I'm performing on the stage, there are a lot of things I'm concerned about. When I sing, I'm concerned about how my voice sounds like, and I need to pay attention to the orchestra, to the musicians, and if everything is ideal, you won't feel them. You just focus on your singing.
When you're standing on the stage, you're wearing multiple layers of costumes, and it's very hot. And this is the first time I experienced the real thing. So before, we used the tape to pull up our eyebrows to make the character look more young, active, energetic.
Even doing everything right is pretty hard. That you make all the singing notes accurate, all the movement accurate, your spot on the stage, and to coordinate with the musicians is pretty hard. So that's just the first stage. Then the next stage, you can really into the character you're performing. I made most of my friends from Beijing Opera, from all over the world. After I came to New York, I made friends in New York, in Philadelphia, in Los Angeles, now also in London, in Paris. I have all kinds of friends from Beijing Opera.
My name is Elijah Ash. I'm 21. I go to school at Princeton University in New Jersey. This summer, I am conducting a research project on traditional Chinese performance. When I heard there's Chinese opera, I was instantly interested. I got to find out what this is. That's so cool. They have their own opera. And I made sure to go to one. And it's really, really different from Western opera. And at the time, I didn't even realize how little I understood what I was watching, because it's a completely different aesthetic experience. Performers of Chinese opera are called Yan Yuan, right? Actors, and they study movement and martial arts and singing and recitation. And so it's a completely different skill set, and it's different aesthetic, and the way that they bring characters to life is different. My introduction to Beijing opera has kind of gone hand in hand with my language study, and with my language study comes study of Chinese culture and history, so that makes it a little bit easier to understand. When it comes down to it, it's not about language or particular historical figures, it's about people telling people's stories and emotions that are fundamental to being a person.
Being a doctoral student could be very stressful. So sometimes during the weekend, you just want to, engage yourself in something you really have passion about, and also use it. Like, it's not just for yourself, like self-enjoyment or anything. You can also communicate like culture, communicate something you feel passionate about to the public.
This is my first time ever seeing a Chinese opera. I gotta say, it was quite an experience. It was very catering to English speakers. There were subtitles, which really surprised me. When I went in today, I wasn't expecting subtitles. I just thought I was gonna be going for the costuming, the dancing, the singing. I didn't expect to understand what was gonna happen today. The thing that attracted me the most about Beijing opera, I believe, is the culture. It's something far different from what I'm used to, that I grew up around. I think the most important part about going to see things like this is it can open up your world. It's just like traveling, very similar things. And if you open up a door, you don't know what will be on the other side.